Yo, what's good, Girl 413 here back in the day, and today guys I want to go ahead and talk about the Formula Drift car pack that is coming to Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Motorsport 7. Now, a lot of you guys may not know that this car pack is coming to Forza Motorsport 7. However, though, over on the Forza forums, a moderator went ahead and posted a screenshot from Microsoft.com that says if you pre-order Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition digitally, you will receive the Formula Drift car pack for both Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Motorsport 7. However, though, when I went to Microsoft.com, this description is no longer there. It is just blank. There is no description whatsoever, so you may want to take this with a grain of salt. However, though, a moderator for the Forza forums, which, you know, of course is run by Turn 10, posted this, which leads me to believe that this is more than likely true. So, another thing I want to go ahead and talk about is the Formula Drift car pack. If you pre-order digitally any version, the standard, the deluxe, the ultimate edition, you will receive the Formula Drift car pack. However, though, if you pre-order a physical copy, you better make sure that it's the ultimate edition, because only ultimate edition pre-orders will receive the Formula Drift car pack. And I believe that this car pack is probably going to end up being very similar to the Hyundai car pack, where basically if you don't get it at the start of the game, you're not going to get it for a very long time if we get it at all. So you do want to go ahead and be aware of this, because we saw this sort of same thing with Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Motorsport 7, where, you know, you could go ahead and purchase the Hyundai car pack in Forza Horizon 3. However, though, if you went ahead and pre-ordered Forza Motorsport 7 digitally, then you would also get the Hyundai car pack in Horizon 3 and Motorsport 7. So I do want to go ahead and bear that in mind for you guys. So, anyway though, let's actually go ahead and talk about the car pack itself and what cars it may contain. Because what I've done is I've compiled a list of a bunch of cars that have been in Formula Drift over the years. Now, I'm pretty sure this list probably doesn't have every single car on it. However, though, I'm not going to be talking about every single car in Formula Drift, because that is well over 50 cars, and we don't have the time for that, guys. Well, we do have the time for that, but let's go ahead and talk about some of the cars that are on this list. Because, you know, for example, there are several BMW M3s, several different Ford Mustangs, BMW Z4, there's the Infiniti G37, G35, we got a couple different Mazda MX-5s, we've got a Nissan Skyline R34, Pontiac Solstice, Pontiac GTO, Subaru BRZ. You know, there's a whole bunch of things that are available in this car pack, including a Ferrari 599 is a possibility, because a Ferrari 599 did go ahead and compete in Formula Drift. But what I want to go ahead and talk about is the top 7 cars that I want to see out of this Formula Drift car pack, because honestly, who doesn't want to know what these are? And I think that these are going to be the best cars available. But let me go ahead and throw down a few ground rules on this, because someone is going to comment, "Gur, you can't use that car. Gur, that car is not going to be coming to Forza Horizon 4. Gur, Toyota doesn't exist in Forza Horizon 4. They didn't sign a contract. It doesn't exist in Forza Motorsport 7 either." I hear what you're saying, guys. I hear what you're saying. However, though, there is one exception to the no Toyota rule. Toyota race cars. I'm going to consider these as Toyota race cars, because this list is going to have a bunch of Toyota products, and I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. So anyway though, let's go ahead and take a look at the cars that I want to see in this upcoming car pack. So the first vehicle that I think we are going to see in the Formula Drift car pack is going to be the Ford Nitto Monster Energy Ford Mustang RTR. Now, the reason why I say this is because this car actually has a Forza Horizon emblem on the real version, which means that somehow they are already partnered with Forza Horizon, meaning that this car is going to be much easier to bring into the game. And of course, it's in Formula Drift, which just tells me that we're going to be seeing this car coming into the game at some point. If we're getting a car pack specific to Formula Drift, this car is going to be in it. I mean, it's guaranteed almost. It is guaranteed. It has a Forza Horizon emblem on it. It is being sponsored by Forza Horizon. That just tells you guys right now, this car is coming into the game. So next up on this list, we have the Toyota Rockstar Corolla IM. And honestly, guys, I really do like having a Corolla in Forza Horizon 4. In fact, any Toyota in Forza Horizon 4, I am down for, because we are like Toyota-less. I mean, all we have pretty much is we've got the Land Cruiser, we've got the freaking Hilux Arctic truck, the T100 Baja, and I don't know any other Toyotas that are coming into this game as of yet. because a lot of the other Toyotas that we have in Motorsport 7, I think we got like a NASCAR or something like that, and that's about it. We don't really have a whole lot of Toyotas. We need some Toyotas, and honestly, the Corolla, that's sort of a base model. That is a car that most people can actually get their hands on. But I hear you guys' thoughts on this. You're like, why on earth is there a Toyota Corolla in Formula Drift? And why on earth would we want it in Forza Horizon 4? It's front-wheel drive garbage. Well, let me tell you guys this. This car is not front-wheel drive because apparently there's a rule in Formula Drift where if a front-wheel drive car shares a chassis with an all-wheel drive car, then you can actually go ahead and convert it to rear-wheel drive to compete in Formula Drift. So this is actually a rear-wheel drive Toyota Corolla. And honestly, how often are you going to see a rear-wheel drive Toyota Corolla or even get the chance to drive it? Honestly, I love this car idea. I really want to go ahead and see it. And of course, you know, we could also throw in the Toyota Corolla E46. However, though, this is a car pack that I think we are most likely going to see these cars. I honestly do not think we are going to get the opportunity to see the Toyota E46 in Forza Horizon 4 unless there is a Toyota expansion or Toyota changes their mind or something along those lines. I honestly think, though, we have a much higher chance of seeing a more modern Toyota Corolla than a more classic Toyota Corolla in the form of the E46. So next up after that, what we have is we have the Holden Tri-Ace Ute. Now, if you guys are not familiar with this, I don't blame you. Honestly, I don't have cable. I don't get to watch Formula Drift very often. I don't get to watch racing very often, which kind of does suck a little bit. However, though, this Holden Tri-Ace Ute right here, which this is not the actual design of the car, because there was a competition at the start of Forza Motorsport 7 where basically the driver of this car, I think his name is like Josh Richardson, he decided to go ahead and have a contest in Forza Motorsport 7 where he asked people to actually go ahead and design the livery that he would be putting on his car. He gave us instructions, he gave us size requirements. He's like, hey, Tri-Ace has to be the major logo, here's the moderate logos, here are the smaller logos. Go wild, and I want to see what you guys can go ahead and come up with. And honestly, there were some really cool designs. In fact, I even designed one myself, and here it is, right here. Honestly, I like it. However, though, I didn't win because, honestly, my design was a day late. That kind of sucked. My design was actually a day late. But I do love the design that I actually was able to go ahead and work on. But the thing is, though, is this kind of tells us that, you know, this guy already has a partnership with Forza Motorsport 7, or Forza in general, not just Motorsport 7. And we could honestly see his drift car make it into Forza Horizon 4. So after that, what we have is we have the Toyota Rad Industries Mark IV Supra. And honestly, I'm just putting this in there because I want a Toyota Supra. Who doesn't want a Toyota Supra in a racing game? It's been so long since we've got to have a Toyota Supra in a Forza game. Although we got it in Forza Horizon 3, we didn't have it in Forza Motorsport 7, and I want it. I want it right now, and this is going to be the only way that Forza is really going to be able to get a Supra into the game, let alone one that can drift, because, honestly, why not? It falls into the classification of race car. People want the car. It's one of the most requested cars to be coming to Forza Horizon 4, and with Toyota still on the no racing game bandwagon, this is your best shot. Honestly, it is an ideal situation. We have a Formula Drift car pack. You don't have to involve Toyota because your sponsorship is going to be Rad Industries, not Toyota. So I'm just saying that is probably going to be our best chance to be getting this into a racing game. And I really hope that we end up seeing the Toyota Supra coming back. So after that, what we have is we have the Scion Rockstar Frederick Salvo TC. Now, this car is kind of like the Toyota Corolla in that it originally was a front-wheel drive car that was converted to rear-wheel drive specifically to compete in Formula Drift, but it actually maintained a 4-cylinder engine and honestly was able to do really well in Formula Drift. In fact, it even won Formula Drift Long Beach, and I'm sure it actually did a whole lot better than that. But honestly, guys, the Scion TC just seems like a fun car to have in Forza Horizon 4. Busting around UK, getting on some of these curvy roads. It's just going to be fun. It looks like it belongs in the UK. It's a small hatchback, and it's going to do a lot for us. It honestly is, and I just cannot wait to go ahead and see this car in the game. But let's go ahead and talk about Scion for a second here, because a lot of people overseas may not know what Scion is. So basically, Toyota decided that the US market needed a specific brand of cars that specifically tailored to young adults and teenagers. And their answer to that was Scion. And Scion basically produced cars that looked sporty, or were economically friendly, or environmentally friendly, and they were cheap. They were cheap to insure. They maybe were a little bit sportier than some of its competition. And honestly, you know, it was just Scion. Scion was not that great of a brand, and it no longer exists. Scion no longer exists in the United States. Toyota decided to go ahead and scrap it. And the thing is, though, is that they're actually selling a car over here, the Scion Fr-S, which is basically the Toyota GT86 or the Subaru BRZ. And I don't even know what they call it anymore. I haven't been to a Toyota dealership and actually specifically looked at FRSs. I don't know if they just call it the Toyota 86 or what they do anymore. I really do not know. But Scion, honestly, the Scion TZ was not that great of a car. But honestly, it's done really well when it comes to racing. It did well in Formula Drift. They actually competed in some other like major races in its front-wheel drive state, and was actually able to go ahead and put in quite a few victories, I do believe. So honestly, this will be a fun car to have in Forza Horizon 4, and I cannot wait. So next up we have the Hyundai Arc Performance Hyundai Genesis Coupe, and this one's kind of like the Supra. I just want a Hyundai Genesis Coupe in the game. You know, there was not one in Forza Motorsport 7, and I was a little bit disappointed. There was the Hyundai Velociter, but we don't have a Hyundai Genesis Coupe. And I kind of just want one in the game. I really do. And it was another car to fill a spot that, you know, is not Toyota. There's a whole bunch of other cars on this list, but I didn't want to go ahead and use those because we already have the makes and models in the game. Like, you know, I'll just pick one out right here. Bmw E46. We already got the BMW M3 E46. We don't need a specifically tuned Formula Drift version, although we kind of do at the same time. But we can do that ourselves. We can make our own drift version of the BMW E46, or, you know, the Nissan 350Z, or we've got the Infiniti G35. You know, there's a lot of fun cars that, you know, they already exist in the Forza world. They're already available for us to get. The Hyundai Genesis Coupe, it's already existed in the Forza world, but I want to see one come back to Forza. I really do. It's honestly a cool car. I really like them, and I hope that we do end up seeing a Genesis Coupe. Whether or not it's in this car pack, I don't care. I just want to see one. So finally we come to the last car on my list. And guys, this car is the one that I'm almost guaranteeing it's got to be in this car pack. You can't have a Formula Drift car pack and not put this car in here. This car has become just so famous for its ridiculousness. It is just, oh my god, crazy. It is, oh my god, crazy, guys. And it's going to be amazing if we get this. And that is none other than the Toyota number 40 Ryan Turek Ferrari-powered GT86. Holy crap, guys, I want this thing so bad. This thing is competed in Formula Drift, driven by Ryan Turek, which honestly, I love Ryan Turek. I love watching his videos online, because he did this one where he was just driving through the forest. I can't remember what car he was in. It was some kind of Nissan. And honestly, it was just like, wow, this is awesome. I love this. I want to see more of these. And of course, he's only posted like one video like that, at least that I've seen. And just, holy crap, guys. If we can see this car in the Formula Drift car pack, I'm going to be so happy. I mean, it doesn't have a hood on it, so we're already good there. Honestly, that's one thing that a lot of people would like, is if we could remove hoods in Forza Motorsport or Forza Horizon. You know, that's something a lot of people like to do. This car doesn't have one. It doesn't have one, and I just want to see this car. I really do. It's just crazy. It's bonkers. Somebody took a Toyota GT86 and just dropped a Ferrari engine into it. I mean, what more could you want? Like, that is just the craziest thing to think of, and I really hope to go ahead and see this car in the game. So anyway, though, that is where I'm going to go and wrap it up for today. I know that there is probably a car on this list, or a car in Formula Drift that you guys want to see come to the game that I did not specifically mention in this video, and I do apologize for that, because I know maybe your favorite car didn't make this list, but this is my list, guys. So leave a comment down below and let me know what car you guys would like to see in your ideal car pack for the Formula Drift car pack, as I'm curious to hear what you guys got to say. As well, if you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Griffin13 and Instagram.com/Griffin13. And if you guys like this video, go and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.